Hi everyone, good evening. In this session, we will talk about business card profile, business card document, and also a profile, HTML profile that could be generated automatically depending on an online form. This session is part of four sessions. At first, we built the design depending on free pick business card. So we created the InDesign document and the styles and make a project folder. And in the second session, we connected the content to external text files using live snippet. And in the third session, we created HTML page for the employee profile connected to the same content that we used to produce the PDF through the InDesign document. And now in the fourth session, let's continue and create a vCard so the user can scan the QR to go to the employee profile page, and there he will have download button to download the vCard to his mobile and add the contact to his mobile list. At first, here we are talking about software. It's called the TreeShade, and I have been developing this software over 10 years and still developing it. It's totally free and you can install from Adobe Exchange. If you don't have the installing URL, go to exchange.adobe.com and from Creative Cloud page, search for the software name. It's an extension for Adobe InDesign in addition to Photoshop and Illustrator, and also to Adobe Bridge as content management system, and also by the way, Adobe Bridge you can install free, so you don't need to subscribe in just make an account on Adobe and you can install Adobe Bridge directly. You don't need to subscribe. The software also have local server. You can execute using this command node main.js. You will find this file on the root folder that TreeShade will ask you to create after installing. You need to create and select root folder for your project, so the project will be centralized in one location. So TreeShade make connections between the files because the content management system require the files to be in one place. Okay. After this introduction, let's start. Here we have inside workshop this folder created by TreeShade. Inside this folder, put your projects and edit them. And here we have folder called test I inside testing. We have a design document for the business card. And we have this text file for rendering called data. And this connected to the folder data. TreeShade created specific relation between the file and the folder if they matched, if they have the same name, and the file will be paired to the folder and the folder will be paired to the file. So if you double click the file, you can open the folder, and this logical relation is important in the TreeShade concept, where the file acts as a rendering gate for the content inside the folder. So here inside this file, if you double click and click no here for open paired folder, you will have rendering instructions for HTML and also for InDesign document. You don't need to understand these. You can simply create any file like this using the submenu, new, it's called new. In TreeShade menu, select new, then paired. And rename the file as you want and create a folder with the same name. Inside data, we have live snippet. These actually represent live snippet placed inside InDesign document, because here in the document you will see that we have at the beginning of the snippet non-printing anchor text frame. This non-printing anchor text frame mark the beginning of the snippet instance and specify the location of the external text file. At the end, you will have special character in nested style here. Mark the end of the snippet. You can select the marker at the beginning and from live snippet menu, because after installing TreeShade you will have these two menus in Adobe InDesign. You can select reveal in bridge to reveal the text file here. This email, if you double click, TreeShade will open this window, so you can edit quickly if you want. And you can select multiple files and double click, and TreeShade will open window by window to edit quickly. Here we have a photo portrait connected to the employee profile, and this the profile render the content dynamically. So if you open the URL, the text here rendered from the files. Like here, if we double click name, here we have first and last name. Let's say first and last without name. Okay, let's refresh. See, it's changed here. So when the HTML file requested from the local server, it automatically render the HTML through, let's open the file, index.html. Here you will find tags called TS tag from TreeShade, and these tags act as a placeholder for the rendering location of the external text files. Like here we have rendering for the URL of the photo, and here we have rendering for the name.txt, and etc. Here let's update. Okay. What we want to do now in InDesign, after installing TreeShade, of course, to start the TreeShade extension, you need to select it from Window, Extension, then select TreeShade. And if you don't do that, the extension will not run. So it's good if you want to be in safe mode and you have something critical and you don't want to run TreeShade, so you want to avoid any problem, you just simply don't execute it. You can install and avoid executing it until you want to test. So what we want to do now, let's save. When you save the document, TreeShade will ask you to check in the document. If you click yes, the document will be exported to PDF and previewed automatically in Adobe Bridge. If the file previewed here, then the checking in process done. Here output location, so you need to go back to editing location workshop. If you click here, you will be in the same relative path, but instead of versions PDFs, you will be inside workshop. See the same relative path, but in parallel location. Just edit the files in workshop and the modification will be reflected. Like if you rename a file or move from folder to folder, that modification will be reflected on the output folders. Like here, let's close the document. Like here, if we name the file card, see, the file will be renamed automatically to card. This is the current version of the document. You can add many versions here by using this command, create a new version, and each version will have a prefix like var01, var02, etc. Now what we want to do, we want to generate vcard. Here we have QR, so we need to add also vcard here. So we can in this file produce QR. Here we have the same thing as we used in the HTML file for the employee profile, TSTag. Also he used TSTag to format this txt file where these tags executed when the user submit a modification, submit the online form. Here TSTag output the document here to SVG file as QR, and you can add the same input to a text file. Just write output instead of QR, and let's rename the file here to what is the extension of vcard? VCF. So VCF, and here let's write vcard, and this flag hide the file after generating from displaying on the online form, so the user have no access to it, because it's for using in the InDesign document, not for uploading. If you want to open the online form inside the project folder, double click this file that has this flag ts_key, and let's submit updating. So we have to generate the vcard, because here inside data, inside the folder data, we have QR SVG file. Click update, and now you will have another file, vcard, There is something wrong here. Oh, we forget to save the txt file. So let's save. And now we need to reload the online form again. And let's put Adobe Bridge and Adobe InDesign on the right and the online form on the left to see what's going here. So here in Adobe Bridge, we have vCard generated now because we submit the online form, and because we have a text file, have command, TreeShade command to generate the vCard. The document will be opened automatically, updated through the live snippet, and exported. Okay. Now, because we have a file called index.html, it's previewed on the online form. So you can open on the same page to preview the output and edit the content at the same time. So we have here two outputs in design document and also HTML. And you can open a new window. So we have this button for the vCard, because in the index.html we have here ts tag to the URL of the vCard, the file that was generated on the online submitting, on the online form submitting. Okay, that's it. So TreeShade is totally free. You can install from Adobe Exchange. It's an extension for Creative Cloud, especially Adobe InDesign and Adobe Bridge. And also it has local server on your computer for content management. Don't hesitate to install and ask any question about installing or using the software. I go live on daily basis, so subscribe in the YouTube channel so you get notified when I go live. Ask any question about using. Thank you for watching and goodbye.